Are you excited, dude? Yeah. More than anything, I couldn't imagine that we were. Why raid this week? Uh, well, we hadn't raided in like 2 months. The real answer is like, or no, we haven't raided in like a month and a half. The real answer is that we just kind of, wanted to get people back in the rhythm, more or less. But the thing is, like, yeah, get the boys together. That's more it. It was more that it just caught me off guard. I was like, wait, we're raiding tonight? I was just like sitting. I was like sitting there. Not. I was definitely lost too. Why is Ogles a naked white snakeo draggy? I don't know, because he just looks like a bird. He was born that way. How that Lady Gaga song goes, right? Controversial take, but I like the new Temple Zone. Events are mad, but so is Undermines. Here's just that. I like the new zone. I like the new dungeon too. I think the new dungeon's really good. Is Tank Valyria doing Giga Dam or my shit? I have no idea. They buffed the fuck out of Tank Valyria or something? Valyria? Valyria? It's Valyria, isn't it? Yeah, I'm being corrupted by you typing wrong. Yo, good morning. The bosses we did was actually confused. Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't change talents and I just kind of fucking sat there. Oh, very cool.
The Murlocs are ambushing our supply carts. Descend upon them and take back.
Yo, what up? Good morning. The banger playlist to know? Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen the new Spider-Man. FYI, you can import to the new zone through your neighborhood if you've unlocked housing. I haven't unlocked housing yet. That's like a next month. That was yesterday that we were at 2020. I just reset it. Imagine. That'd be a big day for the Dougster.
That looks like a treasure out in the distance. Don't miss this opportunity.
I also I like to fly everywhere, take the scenic view. I'm buying the bullet and refactoring my UI with EUI. Has your experience been as good as the others? I mean, I swapped to it immediately, right? So my experience is different than most people's, right? Because I swapped to Ellesmere UI when it first launched. So like it came out the middle of March, and I was getting really shitty Lua errors from ArcUI. ArcUI was throwing me infinite Lua errors. It was like Arc and unhalted unit frames, I think, were throwing me a bunch of Lua errors at that time. And I was like, all right, you know what? I've tried so many add-ons during the beta. What's one more? Fuck it. I'm down to try Ellesmere UI too. Fuck it. And so I immediately swapped to it. And so over my experience has been different than most, because as he's been adding features, I have been then removing stuff, as opposed to a lot of people who like up and rooted their UI. Yeah, but it's the year of the smear, so you gotta. But yeah, no. Ellesmere UI is good. I do think it has a pretty similar functionality to LVUI. Like, all things considered, I don't think that functionality-wise, Ellesmere versus Elv is like that different. I do think that something that's like pretty commonly cited though is that Ellesmere UI has better performance, especially the older your system is. If you're on like a brand new system, the performance is roughly the same. But the older the system gets, the better the performance gains from Ellesmere UI have been. But yeah, it's also the year of the smear. When are we flying out for the race? The 17th. Yo, good morning, Attack. Do you think that the Ret Pally tier set's gonna get an up? What? Useless. Like, you don't wear it? I mean, I can't imagine they do that. I can't imagine they will. Guess maybe you don't. Well, it still says you wear it, right? I mean, what is useless in this context? I think if you didn't wear it, then they would like do something. Useless is subjective. Like, what does it do? It said that you could just ignore on the rotation. I mean, you ignore the Moonkin one. It just gives you bonus damage. Bear tier was used for dungeons? I mean. And so is the Apex talent, and I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Yo, what's up, Seb? A banger. Yeah, I don't know. I think ignoring it in the rotation is different than you don't wear your tier set. They would probably buff it if you didn't wear it. Or worse yet, if you wore old tier, they probably just nerf the old tier. I mean, the Moonkin one's like pretty negligible in terms of like power gained, right? Like the 4 set. Like, you don't, you know, your power waxes and wanes whenever you're at the beginning and the very beginning and the very end of your eclipse. You do more damage, and you don't really play around it. You just kind of do more damage. Also, apparently Moonkin's fucking loose shows
Any Bezos Bucksers.
Yo, yeah, exactly. Thank you. If you guys got Bezos bucks, throw that shit my way. I need that shit. I need that shit to pay my mortgage. Yo, thank you, Marin. You guys got Twitch Prime available? Throw that shit my way. I know you motherfuckers aren't using that shit. I need it. Everybody's got an Amazon Prime. Throw that shit my way. It's just free money for me, if you really think about it. Thank you.
I fucking hate Tails. What a dickhead. What a dickhead. Fuck you, Tails. Fuck you, Tails.
You play Evoker this tier yet, or what? Oh my god.
Happy. What a dickhead. Fuck you, Tails.
Thank you. Thank you, Marin. Thank you, Absolute CG. Thank you, Narek. Thank you, Hovey Wow. I appreciate it. You playing Evoker this tier yet? No. Not yet. I'm banking on Moonkin being good still. A bet that has never paid off poorly for me.
I'm bringing him home, Taklejo.
What does Arella say? Oh. Well, I'm not playing Evoker. Lazy's on Evoker.
This is some pango dong. These snakes are gonna regret messing with their money.
Rep 4 pieces of semi and a 9.9% upgrade. Oh my fucking god. Yep. What? Who cares if you don't use it? That's not gonna get an upgrade. Like that shit. 9.9. What are most of this tier? I feel like for a while most tier sets have been like 8. I feel like the absolute most OP ones, I think like Moonkin's last year was like really fucking strong. It was like 12% or something. There was like a rogue one, I think it was also 12% last year. Lazy Chud. That character is a trap. It's a trap.
I don't have a target.
Yeah, no, I don't have to log on Evoker yet. Although I might be reviving Thor Loser from the grave. And by reviving Thor Loser from the grave, I mean I might be doing just a bunch of M0s on that guy. Until I get Myth of the Dawn, and then I collect all of my bonus rolls from my... I said M0s. Then I'm going to collect all of my bonus rolls from my delves with the Myth of the Dawn, and snap my fingers, and turn Thor Loser into Thor Winner. Yo, good day. Good morning. Good morning. What's Myth of the Dawn? Whenever you have one character that has all of their pieces of... I think you have to average a specific item level. So for this tier, it was like, once you average 285 item level on a character, then crest costs for upgrading pieces of gear cost 33% less. So for a lot of people, it actually allowed alts to be able to leapfrog their main in terms of power if you didn't spend any crests, right? Like, say, so like Thor Loser, for example, like if I save all of my bonus rolls on that character, or if I only get bonus rolls on that character, and then I get Myth of the Dawn, that guy, in theory, if I played him enough, could then jump power ahead of my druid pretty easily, actually. I could basically just get a gear capped character. The Dawn is dumb. Hero of the Dawn is also equally stupid, but unlikely to be. Oh yeah. Sorry, 50% less. It turns it makes the upgrades 10, cost 10. You're right. It's 50%.
Araka, my friend. The Amani leader gives you leave.
I remember last season somebody bricked one of their alts by transferring all their myth crests to their main, downgrading them. Well, I mean, as long as you don't do that in your main, that's actually a good thing to do. Getting Hero of the Dawn earlier is valuable. So right now the math, like the sweatiest of sweaty players right now can actually get Hero of the Dawn on an alt at week 3. And through the natural course of playing, you wouldn't get Hero of the Dawn until week 5. And so that'll give you, you know, a couple of item level, probably somewhere in the order of like 2, for 2 weeks. Two of the most important weeks of the season for raid prog, right? Weeks 3 and 4. You can't transfer crests between alts. You cannot transfer crests. Did I sacrifice my Demon Hunter? I don't know. How much time you got? I'm not going to do it, personally, because I don't have enough time.
GM check GM
Fucking hate
Tatles.
Tals
Yo.
being happy.
Who
What
up
a
wigglin'
dickhead.
they woo.
Fuck you, Tals.
6-7.
6767676767.
Yo, good morning, good morning. Thank you for the resub. Welcome back.
Leader welcomes you.
Who up wiggling their woo?
It's just a scratch.
You don't have enough time? Dude,
Village.
I'm casting the race, and then I'm going straight to, like, I'm casting the race, and then I'm coming home for like 4 days, then I'm going to BlizzCon. So the one of the prerequisites of being able to get Hero of the Dawn on week 3 is you have to be able to either get myth track gear on your alt, or you have to be able to full clear the raid on heroic and be able to get heroic gear off the last 2 bosses to be able to save yourself heroic crests, right? But the bigger time sink is the fact that your alt character has to have a full set of hero track gear, which requires you to play a fuck ton.
Come, I need your counsel.
Yeah, like I don't normally have a real job, but like
Xeranago.
I don't give a fuck about
I
this
caught
meeting.
sight of an ancient sealed crypt to the
This could have been an
south.
email.
It might hold
Pass.
information about Ula'Tek within.
But yeah, no, like I don't have enough time really. Like
Need protection? The keen-eyed Kina.
I don't think I have enough time is like the problem, right?
Let nature take
Yeah, the brief sting of employment. Yeah, exactly.
you outside
And
the
like
crypt.
yeah, I'm casting for liquid again.
Winds guide you. We'll get ready to fight when
But, like,
everyone
if-
stops fussing over
If I
it.
was home,
God.
for example, yeah, I'd fucking do it. If I took PTO the first week, yeah, I'd do it. Something, right? Because like I didn't even say this. The process of getting a full set of hero track gear is actually kind of a pain in the ass, right? Have you messaged Big Old Bucket of Water? He messaged me yesterday. We'll have him on at some point. Not this week, but I think that his stuff makes he makes really thoughtful content, and I think that his content makes sense to align with like the podcast. Like whenever his content gets more interesting, the later the season is, it right? You guys always go to the same location for the race roll first? Well, not historically. I mean, so the North American teams normally have, right? So Liquid, whenever they were limit, they were at Complexity. They were at the GameStop Performance Center, home of Complexity in Dallas, Texas, and they were at that venue for 3 tiers. I guess 2 because 1 was COVID, but like they played from home. But 3 tiers, and then there was 1 brief stint in Foxborough whenever Limit initially signed with Liquid because the Alienware training facility in Santa Monica wasn't open. So, but then, so that was Sepulcher, and basically since Vault of the Incarnates, Liquid has been
We are listening, goddess.
at the same venue in Santa Monica.
Let your
For
wisdom
Echo,
guide the way. I will find
Echo's Race World first events. So the first one they put on in person was in Sanctum of Domination. I don't actually know what venue that was, admittedly. Actually don't know where that was, but doesn't really matter. Their second venue was in Hamburg. Their third venue was in Bern. So their Sepulcher venue was in Bern. Or no, their Sepulcher venue was in Hamburg. Their Vault venue was in Bern. Then their Aberrus venue was in Bajau, Switzerland, or some bullshit. Or not Switzerland, Vijau, Sweden.
Put your faith in me.
And then
Have you done, Nexali?
I think they were back at that venue again for Amir Drasil. And then they've been at the SK facility since Nerevar.
I defended our people. I took this land for the Armani.
Entertain the viewers. I'm glad you enjoy the content. It'll be fun.
You think
Yeah, Vax
you can
Jiao,
bury me?
Sweden, my hometown. Yeah.
The Armani. I don't.
Somewhere in the middle of fucking Sweden.
I don't surrender. With nature's strength, together.
They were there for 2 tiers, I think.
She must have led us here for a reason.
The disaster in Boston. Yeah, no, that venue looked like it was a shambler. "95 consecutive streams. Oh my goodness, woke.
You have found me.
How many monsters do you guys go through? I don't know, a lot. I'm pretty sure Dratnos hits 3 a day.
Your path leads you deep, stranger.
That guy's body is a machine that converts monster energy into energy.
The goddess guides our steps. We must follow the path and learn what we can from the dead.
I wish they would have done a heroic week instead of this dead week. Very warring week. Not to do. I mean, that's always. I think that the bigger complaint about the heroic week is less about like, oh, there's nothing to do during this week. Although that is always something to say. I feel like that comment normally coincides with like this kind of dead week, mostly because like, it's anticlimactic to be like, oh yes, the patch is out, and then you log in and you go, what do I do? And you go, oh, I'm questing in the fucking new zone, right? And at least this week we have M0s weekly, but like, yeah, it's not the same. Definitely just not the same. This.
A mural of two beasts.
But I think the bigger reason that most people want heroic week back, and it's especially true among like mythic raiders, is that whenever the raid comes out on mythic, what you want to do is you want to raid mythic. You don't want to be doing too many like heroic runs, right? Like you don't want to be spending too much time in heroic. Heroic is not that fun. Like what you want to do is actually you want to jump into mythic, and by adding a heroic week that allows you to jump into mythic a little bit faster. As opposed to this week being, for almost all mythic raiding guilds, just your heroic week. And I think that that's more of the argument for it from like a mythic guild perspective. I think the reason it got removed is because like they kept launching fucking Mythic Plus a week later, and so a lot of people who are just like Mythic Plus only players or Mythic Plus mains were like, I don't have content. Surely there's a middle ground. There literally has to, I'm sure there's a middle ground there. Heroic Week is terrible for Mythic Plus players. I mean, does Mythic Plus have to be locked? I guess it was always like this weird fucking gated item level bullshit. Does it have to be?
Your path leads you here. These murals are not just recorded history. They are warnings of a past the Amani tried to forget.
Heroic Raid just gives Myth Vault now. Surely they can just unlock Mythic Plus. Ah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do they even fucking have to? Feels horrible for non-split guilds. I mean, it makes splits actually better. Yeah, somehow it literally makes splits better, which is wonderful. It's literally fucking wonderful.
Something is scrawled beneath it. Our empire will rise.
The Amani must never repeat what happened in that swamp.
Oh, your drops are enabled.
Bury everything.
I feel like weeks like this aren't that bad. M0 catch-up is cool for alts.
Another vision.
Yeah.
The goddess points us to
I don't know. There's definitely benefits. It does feel a little bit hype draining though. I'm not saying that it's only bad things. I certainly agree. I log in and play World of Warcraft every single day, and like I don't really take any. I never let my sub lapse, and I'm kind of consistently raiding in a guild, and I play Mythic Plus all the fucking time. So like for me, there is no catch up, right? Like the catch up is like there is no catch up. But it is. I think it more so than anything, it's hype draining to like log in on patch launch, and then there isn't much like that. I don't live in Chicago anymore. I love Chicago. That place rules. They'll never release the raid day one. This week's to let all the dads raid AOTC catch up and get ready for the raid. They'd feel way too rushed for release on patch day. Like, I don't know why last week couldn't have been the week for the dads to catch up. Does that make sense? I missed the train behind you. Dude, my fucking MDI, the MDI producer does not. The MDI producer fucking hated that shit. Yeah, hello. I feel like WoW culture's become hurry up to be bored a month from now, people will be debating the lack of content because they blitz through it. No, I disagree. I strongly disagree. I don't think that that's a player thing. I think that that is a content thing. I think that the content has been designed in such a different manner to the point where that is a play pattern that happens naturally through the course of content. I have 3 kids. Let me in. Yeah, let me in. Amen. Yeah, WoW is a seasonal queue game and less RPG. Yeah, and I mean, if you're like somebody who works on World of Warcraft, I mean, they created a great lobby game, right? They created a great lobby game that, you know, a lot of it is based around. What am I doing? 8. Yeah, but yeah, they've created a great lobby game, but like, there can absolutely be a balance, right? Like, it's kind of like the game has been moving away from friction that traditional MMOs have, and Blizzard has put almost all of the focus into in-game activities like raiding and Mythic Plus. I think that there were some expansions that had like really good balance in this. I think that Legion is probably the expansion that had the most balance in regards to character progression, but also in-game activities. And like for early season play with like stuff like alts and whatever, it feels like you're overloaded with activities. But what about the player that wants to play 1,000 hours a season, right? Like previously, a World of Warcraft season for your main was designed to be playable for 2,000 hours. Now a World of Warcraft season for your main is designed to be playable for 200 hours. It's different, right? And like, even though on paper there's more activities, ultimately kind of character progression is the thing that drives everything. It's not just Mythic Plus content, right? Or it's not just raid content. B tier Unholy, there's no way. I just think Frost is better than Unholy. Do you think Unholy is better than Frost? DK's bad? I don't think DK's bad. I think DK's like fine. Unholy is worse. I think Unholy. Yeah, I just think Unholy is worse than Frost. That's pretty much it. I think that's kind of all it comes down to. Ula'Tek. Look, they're gonna bring back Grip. Grip's gonna be broken again. Unholy's better right now, but worse when both have 4-piece. Yeah, so like my experience with Unholy and Mythic Plus was, I think that they do really good AoE damage and they do really bad single target damage. Like it is like, it's not like, oh, they're like on the low end of single target. It's like, oh, this is meaningfully bad single target damage. In a way that I just think Frost ends up being better. And so like whenever I did my tier list, the A tier or whatever were the specializations that I thought could actually play role as third DPS in a composition. And for me, I think it's either Unholy or it's Frost, but it's definitely not both. And so I think that Frost is better than Unholy, just completely off of my experiences and like what I've seen from logs. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's pretty much it, right? Because like there's some times where you see bad single target and you're like, oh, that's bad single target. And then you just kind of write it off. And then there's sometimes that you see bad single target and you're like, oh my fucking god, that spec is like unplayable. What is that shit? And then you're like, wow, that is bad single target. an overall solid pick for third DPS. I don't know. I think if you're picking a DK for the third DPS, I think it's going to be Frost over Unholy. That's pretty much it. It's Priest. I think that spec fucking sucks. I mean, people talk about utility. I think that spec is just buns, straight up. For some reason, that spec just doesn't do damage. Like, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Honestly, if Blizzard brings back the AP system that learns from the mistakes of the prior versions, that fixes a lot of the content pacing problems IMO. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. It's I don't know if there's like a true solution, but I think pet cat. Maybe pet. I think they have moved away from the way that traditional MMOs have been designed over the last couple of expansions. I think it really started with Dragonflight and has accelerated in War Within a Midnight. And, you know, they've been designing the game for a different type of player, right? They're making intentional decisions to design the game more seasonal, to where they would say that they have a lot more different varied content, you know, paths. But for people who actually play the game, I would say that the only content paths that are actually relevant, that will keep you logging in every single week, are Mythic Plus, Raid, and Delves, actually, surprisingly enough. Even though I think that Delves absolutely could be better, but I think that Delves keeps some people logging in. Music too loud? Sure, I'll turn it down a little bit. There you go. The game would be dead, buried, and pissed on by a dog if they kept it the same way that they did a decade ago. I mean, I think that, personally, I think they fucked up after Legion, and I think they learned the wrong lessons from Legion. I think Legion was like... Personally, I had the most fun playing the game in Legion by like a significant amount, and I think that they've stripped away a lot of the things that made Legion fun. You know, and the reason for that, I would say, yeah, the reason for that is mostly, and this is speculative, but they're trying to allow people to like get that quick hit of gameplay, right? They're trying to allow people to log in, play for a month, log out, and feel like they achieved everything that they want to achieve. But like, as somebody who wants to play World of Warcraft every single day, they now have designed the game in a way that it makes me only log in every single day for a month and then log out, right? And it's not the same game that it once was. And I think that there's something to be said about that. So then that's kind of the question for Blizzard of like, is Blizzard going to try to pull back and create more long-term content, or is this just the future of what MMOs are? And so, hard for me to say. I know what I prefer, but
Can you hear that?
If you're going that way, keep an eye out for him.
ultimately, I mean, it's not my job, right? Like, I have my own personal thoughts.
Listen to me, Zul'Shara. Zul'Jan dealt you this way.
Their current setup is the most profitable it ever has been, so that's probably...
I can't just sit around doing
Is that even true? I don't even know that.
He blames himself for our uncle's death. He needs it to not be in vain.
I've seen some logs on PTR where I'm seeing DKs excel really well in 19s up a single target in AoE. I don't know. DK, that spec is fucking terrible single target damage. I'm telling you.
No doubt Silvermoon will be
If they're excelling well relative to their peers in a 19, that's probably because their peers are not playing very well. Like high key. That shit happens like a lot where somebody who is very like, okay, even if you're playing a fucking DK which is like bad single target damage, if you're playing against people who are bad, you're just gonna look better. Everything is seasonal now, a few weeks. You're gonna get for most players. Yeah, I mean, that's how I kind of view it too. Is like, I mean, World of Warcraft for a very long time. Basically, I'm sure this is true for like almost everybody. Whenever you started World of Warcraft was the game that you would log in every single patch,
The goddess wills it.
or you would log in every single expansion and know that you have 10,000 hours of content ahead of you, for better or worse, right? Like for some people, they would probably view that amount of content as like fairly daunting. But for the World of Warcraft players and all of us, right, the people that, when you got addicted to the game, you got addicted to the game because it allowed you to log in every single day and have something meaningful happen, right? And I personally feel like we're getting away from that. And I'm not here to assert what's right or wrong. I mean, because I personally don't like that. Like from Blizzard's perspective, they fucking designed the game, right? Like at the end of the day, it really comes down to like what they think is going to be best for the game long term. They're steering the ship, like that, drive or drive. But like, I like different things, right? I feel like we need more long term character progression, and that's how I feel about it too, right? I mean, you should play Fellowship. Fellowship's the complete opposite direction of where I'm talking about going. Fellowship is literally the opposite direction. Fellowship's more ARPG. I'm talking about less. What content would you like to see then? Well, I think that Legion had okay, think about it like this. I think Legion and BFA both had really good balances of character progression, but also like I think that they hit a really good balance between like both character progression, but also something that we call like skill-based progression, where or content-based progression, right? Where you know you're progging the raid, you're progging Mythic Plus, you're doing all the content, but at the same time, there's always something for you to make your character better. And a lot of people point towards artifact power because that's the easiest thing, but it's more nuanced than that, right? It's Titan forging, it's even like with world content in Legion. Oh my god, I'm getting killed by a red bounty. Even with world content in both Legion and BFA, you had like more stuff to do. So like you would go and farm level 4 essences, or you would go farm your essences, for example. In Legion, there was a lot of, you know, both of these expansions had a bunch of artifact power farming. Right? It discourages people from coming back to the game or quit when they feel behind. That's a good point, right? And I suspect that that's the exact thought process among people at Blizzard whenever they've been designing the game, right? They're like, because I have a suspicion that if I asked Ian this question specifically, he would start talking about an aging audience, right? The needs of an aging audience are not the needs of the audience whenever the game was newer. And I suspect that's what he would say. But at the same time, like, you know, there's something that feels lost to me. Like, the game feels arguably, in my opinion, too seasonal to the point where it doesn't feel satisfactory enough, right? Like, I don't get enough satisfaction, I guess is a better way of describing it, out of the content. There's so many different stupid content streams, but none of them feel satisfying. Yeah, like it's moving away from being an MMORPG, and I think that that's just like, and again, the question is like, would they be better off, you know, trying to capture some of those old school MMORPG things, and maybe make the game less seasonal, or is this just the way that MMORPGs are supposed to be designed in 2026? Everybody's different, right? Like everybody has their own thoughts on it. I'm not saying that I'm right or wrong, but like, I do feel differently. Does it feel good to sweat every tier, then throw it all away just to do it again 4 months later? Well, yeah, and I think that like alts are a good example of this. for as long as most people here have played the game, most people have heavily identified with the main. That's not true for everybody, but that's true for most people. They heavily identify with one class, or they heavily identify with the main, like I do for Moonkin. Every single season, basically since Dragonflight, I have not only needed to play an alt, but I have played an alt, not as like an alt, but as my main number 2, right? And so they have designed a game in which it is not only commonplace to play a second main, or a third main in a lot of instances, but it is almost expected of the players to play a second or a third main. And so, but there's still some subset of the player base, and I'm sure I fall into this category, even though I'm fucking insanely sweaty, that would like just one character progression. Like single character progression to be impactful. But if you don't have any reason to like, if you don't have anything to progress on that character, there's no single character progression. What the frack is a curse surge? I don't know. What is a curse surge? Is that something that's not out this week? It's something that spawns every 45 minutes. Oh, I'm glad we got the Mole King THD. Thank you for telling me.
The Totolans seem like they were possessed.
Yeah, who upsurged in the cursing?
What's going on in this swamp?
It's inside the lair, or inside. That's in the lair. It's inside the cave.
But it is pained somehow.
They added this shit into the game? That looks like a fucking add-on. I'm looking up. They added like 2 years ago. Oh, look, I'm not a mole. Siege at the Whispering Marsh. Okay, 10 minutes. T minus 10 minutes.
I shall watch for you.
I don't know if WoW needs a graphics update. I actually kind of like the shitty graphics, frankly. Kind of makes WoW... Like, I think that, you know, I have like nostalgia for it. I would be sad if it went away. Yeah, the WoW art style's timeless. Yeah, I think WoW looks fun. I love it. I would be sad if they updated it. But it's kind of like, again, like I don't think that they don't need to go back to, I don't think they need to go back to classic, but I think if they tried to strive for a good balance between character-based progression and content-based progression or skill-based progression, that would appeal to me, right? Like, that would be what I would want. You know, just not swinging all the way back, but swinging back slightly to something that's more appealing for the player that wants to log in every single day and main one character, right?
What became of him?
Because currently the game is not being designed for that player, right? Instead, the game is being designed for the player that wants to log in for 1 month, do a bunch of different wide content streams, and then log out.
Older and greater than the lower.
Because I'm sure that, like, if you asked Blizzard, they would say that they have more content streams than ever before, right? With Prey and Void Incursions and Void Strikes and Curse Surges and the Research Console and Renown and Housing. But very few of those are, like, meaningful, right? Why do all the characters speak as if they're ruminating? Well, that's because nonchalance and
I fucking hate Tells being happy.
not caring about things is cool.
Fuck you, Tells.
Yo, Troll Brudda. Thank you for the resub, man. Slop? I wouldn't call it slop. I think it's intentional design decisions. Like, Like, I wouldn't even call it slop. Like, they're really just trying to design. They're just trying to throw as much stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks in a way that's like, yeah, we're trying to optimize for the 100-hour player. But it's a game that was always like designed by sweaty people for sweaty people. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I said that, like, I think that they would start talking about their aging player base if they were asked about it. You cast for Liquid again? I am. You doing a balance guide? I might do one for the Plus, yeah. Oh my god. PhD, if you're still here, I got something that I need you to sign at the race. Hold on. I'll show you. Deal? Look at this shit. Frost Magic sent me these. Look at this. You gotta sign this fucker. There's 5 of them. Can I buy one? I don't know. You gotta talk to... I told Frost Magic if they sent me them, I would get THD to sign them at the race. THD for Galactic Emperor. Yeah, I'm voting THD in the next election for sure. Do you have a dono link? I do not. If you want to help support me, the best way is probably Patreon. That shit, they take like 0 cut. They take like 0 cut on Patreon. Like, it's like 5% or something. And that way you also get some, you get some kickback in terms of like content and stuff like that.
Show me where to swing my axe. You want to spar? Huh?
The world watch over.
I got rid of a dono link. Whenever somebody kept donating insane shit, and so I deleted it.
This is no time for sermons, Exali.
That was about the time that I was also getting doxxed.
My brother is right. It is
And so I was like, nope, I'm removing that from my fucking stream too. Because they kept donating in my fucking stream with my address. And so I was like, huh. Well, I'm going to disable that. And I'm like, I'm not bringing it back. You vote for THD. You cast for Liquid again? I am.
You are more than a cultist.
Flying out on Monday.
But with their souls, you will save us.
What the fuck? Yeah, so I got rid of the dono link. Okay, though. Twitch is different. It's interesting because like I remember an era of streaming, like when donations were like super common. But I don't remember when that shit just kind of stopped. What about time gifted subs? Shut up. What time's race roll first? This time next Tuesday. Yeah, something like that. Bits and stuff. Yeah, I think I don't know what the cut for bits are. Actually, I have no idea. Fucking Twitch is insane though. Like that shit is insane. Like if you, the best way of supporting me in terms of like dollar value is subscribe to Patreon, pretty much. Not only do you get something for it, but there's some additional content for it, but I get the best cut on it. I'm on some like old school legacy deal with Patreon too, where it's like 5% or something. Like they only take 5%. Something like ridiculous. Because I think that current deals on Patreon are like 11. But like, again, it's still way better than fucking Twitch's whatever deal. Oh shit. $5 bill every month. Yeah, so that shit USPS. Favorite expansion? Legion. Legion, Dragonflight, in that order probably. Like those are my top two. I love both of those expansions for completely different reasons. Both of them fucking ruled. Alright. Dragonflight's good. Dude, I just had a lot of fun. What about War Within? I don't know. What do you think? I got 2 minutes until my... I got 2 minutes until my, what are these things called? Curse Surge, let me see. This expansion fucking sucked. I hated Shadowlands. That expansion was terrible. But I started in WoD. I think BFA was good. Legion is my best. I loved Legion. That expansion fucking ruled. I think Dragonflight was also good. I think WoD was like okay. I liked WoD at the time, but I think objectively it was like pretty okay. I think Midnight's been pretty okay. And War Within's not even on here. Unless this is War Within. I would probably put War Within, like, probably here. Like, I don't think it was bad. But I don't think it was, like, that good. I think it was, like, pretty inoffensive. Like... It just feels like more of the same. I think Midnight's been better. I've enjoyed Midnight more than I think I enjoyed War Within. Oh my god, wait for the portal to open. Where are we going? I have literally no fucking idea. Where am I going? It's outside over the Curse Surge. Oh my god, it's not in the cave. Oh my god. Get it back. You guys gonna miss it. Stop! No, I can't miss it. I can't miss it. No, 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 no. It's gone. No, my guy sucks forever. None of the surges are down here? Oh. Fucking world god dead. I'm running. I'm turning back the surge. So behind on my surges, I'm cooked. I just need to get 3 of them. What the fuck just happened? I just procced a loading screen. I'm flying. You can mount for him on the tunnel and zoom? Unfortunately not. You only get 1. PTR still up? I don't know. I checked I think yesterday and the PTR was down. Or Tuesday maybe the PTR was down. You wanna get up here, Doug? The permanent underclass? Look, I was already there anyways. There he is! Oh my god. He's still here. I'm in war mode. Why the fuck am I in war mode still? Ready for some slop? Oh, this is good content. This is the peak. Hey, Doug. You wanna say hi to your fans? Say hey to the people. These are the people that get you treats. Big meow from a big fella. Hey, dog. He gets the churros. Ask Claude? No, do not ask Claude. They're gonna watermark your conversation. Andy, we had to raid last night without a Demon Hunter buff. Kinda fucked up. What up, Tuttles? Look. Every sub's a treat. Why was Blaze gone? I'm not sure. I think that guy saw himself get put into Group 6 and then he decided to pull the plug as well. Were you doing Void Spire? I have no fucking idea. I was trying to figure one out myself, admittedly. That's a big man. Yeah, we just cleared through Cosmos and logged out. I was like, cool. Your UI? Nah, you're not Dick. There you go, buddy. Most of it's just Ellesmere UI. I was reading a thing in the EX Boss Discord that the guy who creates EX Boss has been having health issues lately, and that the EX Boss add-on should be updated on the 18th. He said that some of the X-Wing tool stuff should be updated today. So, that's what he said. I was reading his Discord. Trying to get up to date. See. I was reading this entire thing. He's basically he remade the entire fucking add-on, yeah. EX Boss August 18th, X-Wing Tools and X-Wing Core. So he said that some of the stuff related towards the raid, he said that Mythic Plus is going to be the only thing that's going to be like updated immediately. Oh yeah, for now let's wait until updating before addressing everything. I was sick and bedridden for 2 weeks recently. I'm just now getting ready to resume work. For the upcoming season, all GUI settings will be much more convenient and intuitive. Performance alerts and many other aspects will also receive significant improvements and optimizations. Basically everything you expect should be there. A basic version will be released before Mythic Plus opens to ensure that the core Mythic Plus functionality is working properly. Please note that since I did not participate in PTR raid testing, I don't have enough raid data. Therefore, the initial Season 2 release will not support raids. If raiding is your main focus, you should use DBM or Bigwigs for the time being. EXBoss will gradually collect raid data and support this after the raid opens. The goal is to ensure that all Season 2 raid abilities can be fully customized, including names, alerts, voice notifications. However, the raid encounters do not receive the same level of in-depth alerting and encounter-specific guidance as Mythic Plus. And he's like, he's putting out a PSA. If somebody is... I mean, X-Wing, not Causey. He's putting out a PSA for somebody to like install his fucking add-on and give him data on the raid as well. Yeah. Soon. You were trying to force the dev to work while he was sick. I did not. I was just asking when he thought it would be done. I don't... Look. I just work here. I'm not forcing that guy to do anything. I didn't know he was sick. Drive X-Wing to the hospital. No, I would drive him to the hospital. Different. How was that curse surge? Thrilling? Yeah, that's about the content that I come to expect from World of Warcraft, I think. Tentillating. But yeah, no, that's the update on X-Boss. I was reading about that in his Discord earlier. What would you do for world content to make it interesting? I think that like giving it like, I don't want to say stakes because that's maybe the wrong way of like describing it, but like the thing is like world content is only gonna be so engaging realistically, but the problem is like you don't get anything from it. Like, I'm sure if they made world content give myth track gear, the amount of people that would do world content would be at an all-time high. But the problem is, like, that world content would still not be that engaging, right? So it's just rewards? No, I don't think it's just rewards. I think it has to have rewards first and foremost that are meaningful. Bless me. But I think also the content itself is like just not been that well designed. Like, I think some of my favorite world content is like, I actually liked the Argus world quests, like low key. Like, that was like a, you know, there was like a, you could get a Titan Forge. You could Titan Forge an Arcano Crystal from the fucking random cache. You got some AP, you know. Titan Forging would fix so many of the WoW's problems. I don't know. I don't know if Titan Forging is specifically the answer, but it's more just like Titan Forge Devil's Warp Shockwathan. Yeah. Not what you did for the world quests? Well, yeah, because the world... Well, I think world quests are better than whatever the fuck I just did. A Curse Surge. A Curse Surge is just a world quest. That was literally just a world quest, right? Arguably, actually less engaging than a world quest because I was fucking AFK while it completed itself. The worst world content of all time has been Warfronts. That shit was ass. Straight ass.
What are you doing?
What must be done, you old fool?
Get up. We need you to fight.
Nothing worse than the Mao.
I need you. Both of you.
Yeah, the Maw is not very good. See, the Maw had power attached to it, and that content also sucked. So there's some level of like making sure the content isn't like awful.
Let me relieve your suffering.
It's casting the race. I am casting for liquid. Warfronts were instanced. I guess yes, they were instanced, but I for some reason view them as world content, even though they were like instanced. It's something about them is like that's just world content to me.
Too many of them.
If you won't fight, I have another use for you.
Do you need protection?
Bosjo was the FFXIV's outdoor world content concepts. It was very loved because it was super challenging, but solo and group content has raids as well. I don't think it needs to be like something like that. Like, I don't think that WoW's world content needs to be like actually like an additional progression source. But like, I think that WoW's world content needs to be meaningful, right? Like, this shit is like, over the fuck a Curse Surge is like not very meaningful. I don't think it needs to be like, oh yeah. But it has to be able to give you like an actual reward. Raid loggers would riot.
But I won't.
I think the thing that's most annoying for fucking raid loggers is needing to do like an insane amount of Mythic Plus. Like, to be able to actually do a raid, it's not like you log in and you do a couple of hours of Mythic Plus a week. It's you log in and you do 8 fucking dungeons a week, right? 8. If you don't like Mythic Plus that much, what the fuck? You're doing 8 dungeons? Yeah, they're gonna, but the actual raid log is gonna raid log anyways.
The feeling was mutual.
Taking over the stream? Is this your stream now? Is this yours? You got something to say? The people need to hear from you. What do you have to say? What do you have to say? That cat. That was a big meow. You let that one roar, I think. Oh, wait. I stood up to blow my nose and get water, and I did not get water. Hey, what are you doing with those headphones? Hey, put those fuckers down. Hey! What are you doing? Fuck raid. But I mean, for a while, Legion was designed in a way where you weren't expected to do everything, right? BFA was also designed in the exact same way. You were not expected to do everything in either of those expansions. Like, it was like there's too much stuff to do, right? So the expectation of doing everything was like never there.
How may I be of use? We place our trust.
You feel like EC will more haste? Yeah, EC tends to want more haste. EC is Elite's Chosen's now looking like it's going to be better in raid than Keeper. I was looking at Sims yesterday about it. It looks like we, with the new 4 set as well. Not during Heroic Week this week, but like with the new tier set and stuff, it looks like people might be playing Elite's Chosen in raid. It is looking like it. Yeah. It appears that way. Kind of sim bait? It definitely is sim bait. It's harder to play in raid. It's... What am I looking at? Oh my god. That's the raid boss. What's he doing out here? This is the Coiled Isles. We have to send him deeper.
What is that thing? Sister, make it stop! It's too dangerous!
This is the price of victory.
Doug, this is the price of victory.
Upon the bones of each of body sacrifice, our empire will rise.
Huh.
Nexali sacrificed all those Amani to summon Ula'Tek, and now Zul'Jan has a dagger.
T6. Why does it sound like Mike Tyson named the raid boss? T6.
Should have been mine.
Ula'Tek is a she. Oh. Sorry for not being woke enough. Good point. Yeah, sorry for not being woke enough. Your dog called Doug. Yeah, WoW's gone woke. That has to be the worst narrative of all time. I fucking hate that shit. It's so stupid. Anyway.
O winner, you speak to Nexali now. Kneel, and I'll let you live. But not you, Amani.
John raid boss. Yeah, that's how I feel about all the raid bosses. Yeah. I was looking at Sims somewhere. Elune's Chosen simming a decent amount higher than Keeper. But, like you said, Elune's Chosen is certainly a bit sim bait, so it's kind of a question of like how much better is it on single target? Because it is much harder to play in raid. I would say it's like, I don't know. You get more heavily punished by missing casts. Although Elune's Chosen in single target, that you don't play. You actually don't play Lunation. You play Arcane Affinity. There's a weird shit going on with that build. I gotta read about it. That movement. I mean, yeah. We have yet to see a tier where Elune's Chosen was better in raid, even though there's been like a few times where it's been simming better. Oh. Hard to really say. I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, hello, Arctic. On 2 targets stacked. What's the deal on single target with it right now? Being paying for the sins of Sanctum? I don't know about that. If I found a way to do dailies infinitely resulting in infinite money, what are the chances of getting banned asking for a friend? Good question.
I know what afflicts Zul'Jara.
Alright, so life like, you know, World of Warcraft emulates life if you really think about it. And I am, of course, a politician and a lobbyist. So if you cut me in on this, I'll make sure that you don't get banned. I don't know, you're probably gonna get fucking banned. I had a friend that figured out a way to, like,
The same one that summoned Ula'Tek.
mine
Please.
infinite node, mining a fucking node infinite times on Legion expansion launch, and he got banned for exploiting the economy or something. But also, I don't know what the chances are that you would get banned for this. My drive home. Oh my gosh, glad you enjoy it. Yeah, I think the pacing is designed to give people the ability to play multiple characters at the same time, and I have to say the pacing is nice for that. Yeah, I mean, I think that the pacing, like, if Blizzard's main objective with designing World of Warcraft in this current age is to give everybody the ability to be able to play multiple characters, and that's where a lot of people derive all the fun from. I mean, again, they've created a really good lobby game. I think that that's like almost undoubtable. They're creating a really good lobby game. That's not what everybody wants out of WoW. EC is 10% ahead on 2 target stacked. Well, okay, sure. Okay, so you're playing it on Lost Explorers, you're playing on Fangs, you're playing on Coiled Altar.
Do you need protection?
10%. Is it push week yet? No, we're hold the push. Hold the push.
I fight for
Leveling exploit might be a ban. Look, Preach got banned that one time for a leveling exploit. Yeah, what are you meowing about, big dog? Preach. Yeah, that guy got fucking owned. That guy got owned by Blizzard.
Pleasantries can wait. Remain vigilant.
You're the altar of Fangs and convert Zul'Jan. I mean, like, what if I don't wanna? Can I skip this part? Ah, motherfucker. I don't want to do follower dungeons. Do that quest on M0. I've already done my M0s this week. Wasn't he also blocked from an event? Do that, Bam? No, he wasn't blocked from an event, but he... So, this was right before Blizzard gave us Classic 2019, right? And Blizzard was inviting out large content creators at the time, so Preach, Asmongold, Soda Poppin', S-Fan, out for discussing some of the stuff related to Classic 2019. And Preach got his invitation to Blizzard revoked because of that. He's a... I was shocked to hear that. First off, he got banned for the fucking potion thing. I think that they were, according to Preach, they were mad because he showed people how to do the potion exploit. Yeah, that's crazy. The 3 spark thing? I actually don't even understand what the fuck the 3 spark thing is. I've read that people somehow have 3 sparks, and I've read that somehow people only can have 1 spark on their character. Like, why stream it? Content, of course. I mean... I would be shocked if he actually got banned for that in 2026. What am I leaking? The start of the expansion gives the 3rd spark? Oh yeah, it's the Midnight World Tour quest. I read about that. You have to level a brand new guy. I'm not doing that shit. Hell no. Yeah, the Midnight World Tour from last season. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You guys want to see my thumbnail that I cooked up for the, I definitely didn't fail to help people get the 1% reward video? Let's see. Or loser. I'm gonna log on this guy. Get this guy prepared. Also, the new guy that I have editing the video, I was talking about this guy yesterday, Gravy the Human. He's not really done any like long form video editing before. He just does stuff for like just meme videos for Twitter. The intro of this video is really fucking funny. This guy's doing a really good job. I think that the style that I was hoping that he was gonna go for, he's really he's doing a good job on it. Yeah, this is what I cooked up for my thumbnail. All right, what do we got? Ellesmere, stop showing me this shit. I have all the fucking add-ons on. What the fuck? Disable all. The schmear. Need a preview of the intro? Sure, you guys can watch like... I'll show you guys first, like 30 seconds. I'll show you like the first 30 seconds of the video. I don't know when it's coming out. Probably like Friday or Saturday. Depends on when he's done editing it. But he's doing a really good job. The Umbral Champion. The new... Yeah. The sounds may be a little bit messed up. I sent him this back as like a... We were talking through some feedback stuff about stuff I wanted to have changed. So some of the audio might be like... synced in a, I don't say synced, but like in a weird way. Like the music may not be like concurrent. The Umbral Champion. The newly added to 12.0 achievement rewards the top 1% players in all of Mythic Plus. I've described it in the past as the cutting-edge equivalent for Mythic Plus. And back 1 month ago, the title was a little bit over 100 points lower at 38.39. But since then, we've received additional power in the Omnium Folio, and the cutoff has risen a bunch, all the way up to 39.48. And well, what is the reward for this 1% achievement, you might ask? Because everybody cares about only the rewards. Insane. Umbral Ashes, one of the coolest mounts. He sent me this shit, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I started laughing. I was like, oh my god. Oh, that was good. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, that's good. So yeah, this is gonna be the guy that's editing the raid series this entire season, and this is why I'm hiring him, because while he hasn't like done massive long form editing before, I suspected that like his vision for like funny creative moments was going to be like really valuable, and so that's like that what he gave me was kind of what I was hoping for, and so I was super stoked. Even though like there was some stuff like the pacing on the intro was a little bit off, and like we talked through some of the things that I wanted to see that were a little bit different. I'm fucking stoked. Do you think this guy's got the quest?
Do not bend to the whispers.
What's the quest that I'm looking for again? Midnight World Tour? Let's go see. Midnight World Tour Wowhead. Should be from Lorthamar.
The beauty of Eversong
I might have done it on this guy. Be a shame. False! I haven't done it on him. Hold up. Hold up. What do I need to do to be able to get it? Oh, maybe I have to like skip the campaign. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to the I'm going to the end. I'm going to the end.
Greetings, adventurer.
Skip the midnight level up campaigns. I'm gonna skip both later. I'm gonna skip this other one in a second. Oh, Thor loser about to be big money here. Ascendance. Why does Ascendance look like that? Is this new? What is this shit? What have they done to the specialization? Or loser. Oh my god. New model. Alright, Lorthamar. Give it to me.
Silver Moon prospers.
Now let's see if it works. You haven't used points? Wait, I clicked the starter mode build. I don't anymore. Alright. Let's see if it works. Defend a singularity. While I'm defending a singularity, I can also defend a singularity for the trinket. The runestone and Eversong? Yeah, I don't know how the fuck. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I've ever done a runestone. I normally just like stand there and it completes itself. I'm kind of a moocher. I don't know, some fucking bullshit. Now the same thing with the abundance. I just kind of stand there, admittedly.
The universe is full of mystery.
Oh wait, this not even unlocked, is it?
Power is to be wielded, not feared. We embrace a new future. I greet you.
don't know if I care. I'm casting the race. Yeah. I'm casting for liquid again. Freeloader. Yeah.
Baladash Malanore.
Aladash Malanore. But yeah, no, this shaman class looks like it's going to be kind of good. So my objective with him every single week is that I'm going to do enough content in my vault, aka 8 delves, to take a bonus roll every single week. And then at some point, I'm going to snap my fingers and then he's going to become big. This thing. Oh my god, it's almost done. Doug, we got to schmoove. The Stormarian Assault. Hurry. Alright. Now I get to AFK. You get Farfa on the bench? Oh my god, that could be the strat. Get Farfa back on the bench. I think that we're gonna try to have somebody from the winning Race World first team on the bench after the race is over this tier as well. When you fly for the race? On the 17th. Oh my god, THD? That'd be fucking electric. I'm down. Love THD. That's my favorite. Alright, what's on the competitive WoW Reddit? Anything good? Guys, I need you guys to subscribe so Duck can get a treat, by the way. We're 14 subs away. If anybody's got a Prime available, throw that sucker my way. You guys might not get something out of it, but it allows me to be able to pay my mortgage. Oh my god, Karasis and Bobos both got... Oh, and Meg. Oh my gosh. Nubidin still has it? What the fuck? What did he play? Did he play Prothist here? Huh? What was he playing? Oh my god, he's playing Prot. What the fuck? Beast. Holy shit. I didn't know that he still had it. I don't know who this is. Tiddles, my lord? I'm not sure. I'm not surprised that Equi and 2.5 Bam got it. Ramsey and Equi are both insanely good. I have a question. Does this look more like Jesus or more like Lord Farquaad? I don't know. Lord Farquaad re-rolled. He re-rolled to white. This is like whenever my president put out that AI image of himself, and then he goes, "No, I'm not Jesus, I'm a doctor." That reminds me of. RWF roster changes. Liquid minus Atlas plus Cryptics. Charming Norskin are gone. Oh, Heartjacks is now? Oh, interesting. Kush is gone? What's Kush doing? Who is Nubidin? in BFA and Shadowlands, but mostly BFA, he was regarded as the best prop paladin player in the world. While clicking, he does. Does he still click? No way. Wasn't that Salute? Well, I'm talking about for Mythic Plus. Salute was like. Salute didn't really play in Shadowlands, right? And then that guy quit. BFA Runes Prot Warrior. Yeah, in BFA, everybody was Prot Warrior. And he was like on the only alliance team with a guy named Displacers. And yeah. They were pushing really high keys. In and out of the race a ton. I think he just like I think he gets like the drive to push. Oh, Singularity, I'm done. I don't need to do this anymore. I think he gets the drive to like push and play competitively, and then he like starts doing it again, and then is like, God damn, this shit takes way too much time. I think from talking to him a little bit, I was talking to him in like DMs. I think he's gonna start like upping his content game. I think his main focus is now gonna be like on YouTube and content creation stuff, like taking that a bit more serious. I think that's I think he can absolutely make some really interesting, thoughtful content. So hopefully, making a new YouTube. He has a new YouTube, yeah. Getting getting his old one banned is probably not very good. That was not very good. Who now? Now got now was private streaming an unlisted VOD for MDI practice at some point, and after practice, he forgot to turn the stream off and was engaging in some activities that will get you banned on YouTube. Like a fucking idiot. Oh, he got permit. Yeah. He got permit for it. Dorking. Yeah. He got caught dorking.
Question everything.
He was straight dorking. Now. But now he's going to begin I think he's actually trying to like make more meaningful content on his YouTube. So hopefully, I think that he can put up some really good stuff. Recently, what expansion was that? Shadowlands? Dragonflight? That shit was like forever ago. Yeah, it was not like recently. Yeah. Yeah. Tristan. Oh my god, dude. I feel like I remember something about that, but I can't remember exactly who that was or like what happened. Odd. Dude, like for some reason I have like a memory of that, but like I don't even.
Charging in through another portal blind, Decimus.
I can't fucking remember.
We need a few experts before we mobilize, starting with our champion here.
League of Legends Pro? I know that. I remember that. I was really big in the league until, like, I don't know, fucking season 6 maybe? And then I was like, Then I got addicted to World of Warcraft. Alright. So now all I need is a runestone. One of these stupid-ass runestones. I just don't really understand how this shit works.
Let us raise our glasses in good cheer.
Anu Balor Delana. Do come back again. Al DL shall
Yeah, sure.
Welcome, welcome. Make yourself comfortable.
A lot. Was that guy? Was that guy in an ADC? Or am I getting him and Cop mixed up?
Glory to the Sindori. Welcome, welcome. Make yourself comfortable.
Dragonflight Season 4? Oh, okay, so it was even... Yeah, I mean, that's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate to get, like, your YouTube fucking wiped out over an unlisted VOD, admittedly.
Baladash, Malanore. May the eternal sun guide you. We endure. Shoreleron. Sun, chase your shadow. Sunwell's glory shine on you.
It was? Okay, for some reason, dude, it's been so long, I feel like that's like a distant memory.
Anubala Velorealan.
Get rid of all these fucking quests. Bless me. Bless you, thank you. This. Done. The Grudge Pit. Oh yeah, that's how I level this guy, is the fucking Grudge Pit quest. Runestone defended. Give me this. I need it. Need the group. I need to defend the runestone. It's over. They done? Oh my god, if they're done, I swear to God. Oh, moves around. Alright, good. Yeah, we're gonna move. Tuning happens on Friday, so nobody can conduct the Blizzard team. Well, I think that they post tuning. Okay, so they post tuning on Friday, I think, to put people at ease, and then they amend the post on Monday relative to like new data. I've never done this before. I've always just AFK'd. But yeah, no, I think that the tuning post that they made is like completely expected. The amount of backlash? Maybe. Don't want to get flamed. Magic sauce. Yeah, I'm trying to defend it, but I don't. It doesn't look like it needs defending. I think this guy's kind of safe. Gotta put mana in? Alright, hold on. I'm building up some Maelstrom real quick for this thing. Take is just like AoE flame shock, right? Yeah, okay. Oh my god. Somebody's got infinite. Yo, put that shit in there. Oh my god, get that shit in. Am I done? No, they announced the schedule for tuning, sorry. I dead ass have never done one of these things. I still don't really know how it works. I just genuinely always fucking stand here. 2 unspent points? My hero tree. In my hero tree? How's that even possible? I was just saving this for later. Short video of Growl casting the key was gold. Dude, yeah. That was the highlight of the 0 to hero. I think the Growl casting. Are you saving those hero talent points for? Next dungeon, I think. You'd make a good MDI caster. I think he gets held back by not having a camera. I agree. Is Growl ugly? I've seen old pictures of Growl. I don't think he's ugly. I think he's handsome. But... has a camera. Willingness to use a webcam? What's the Giga content? Well, what am I doing? I'm defending the runestone currently. That's the Giga content. You know they fell off. Growl's probably got hair down to his fucking... his ass or something.
I need a target.
There's been a many of time, a many of MDI, and a many of Race to World First where people ask for recommendations for casters, and I recommend both Growl and Dorky because I think both would be absolutely fantastic. But kind of the same thing with BlizzCon too, right? Some stuff's just not on the cards, unfortunately. Fuck is that font? I can't read. I don't know. I can't read what Trout's saying. Growl and Dorky after dark. We completed it in a raid, and so it didn't. Are you exploiting the third spark right now? No. It's not an exploit. Never got a DM from you. Oh, I thought you were gonna send me a DM. What the fuck? Feature. Yeah, it's not an exploit. Feature. Look, I'm just doing the world tour. I sent a friend request? I accepted the only person who sent me a friend request yesterday. I don't have any pending friend requests. Exploit early, exploit often. Well, it's not an exploit. It's not an exploit. I'm supposed to get a spark from this. You're only supposed to get 1 spark this week. Look, yeah, you're only supposed to get 1 spark this week anyways. Like, what are we doing? Yes, the extra spark still works. And the extra spark may still work. I'm not 100% sure, which is what I'm trying. Oh, I need a lust for these people. Has it been 1 spark on week 0? Normally it's 2 sparks on week 0, isn't it? But when has it been like a fucking... the second spark from a quest that doesn't say that's supposed to give you a spark? What is that? It's never been that. Oh yeah, I have an MDI meeting today. For BlizzCon. What time is that? Alright, not for a while. Our MDI meeting's at 3 East. So, hour and a half. You just doesn't have... What? What do you mean they don't have to do it? What does that even mean? They just have both of the weeklies? How the fuck is that even... Whatever. Okay.
With perseverance, strength,
Game is not buggy at all.
A toast to the Magisters, masters of the arcane, and defenders of Eversong.
I'm still wearing Reshi wraps on this guy. Little Loser's a fucking beast. Guy's still literally fucking wearing old shit. But I got a void glass Chris on. I'm ramping Thor Loser. The damn astral antenna, yeah. What is this character? This guy was the famed slayer of Dimensius. This guy put the fucking whooping on Dimensius. Look at this shit. I've never raided on this guy before in my entire life. Thor Loser. I've literally never played Shaman in a raid ever, and then I had to play him on Dimensius, and I was like, all right, I'll figure it out. And look at this shit. First week. First kill, parsed to 77. Click on the log. Top damage in the fucking guild. Never mind. Third in damage in the fucking guild. I thought it was top damage. Third in my heart, maybe. Massive chasm in phase 1. That's all that matters, really, if you really think about it. The first phase is the only one that matters. That's what everybody says. What phase 3? I was sandbagging. Yeah, somebody had to kill those ads. It was me. Chain lightning. Exactly. If I wasn't there, then they would have lust on phase 1, and that's, you know, that would have been bad. Somebody had to... Nobody was having more fun in my guild than me on that fight. I'm gonna be honest. I had so much fun. At least Shaman on Dimensius was so much fun. Oh my god. that spec was electric on that boss. Somebody had to kill those ads, though. Found at the Dream Grove. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck their deal is. They used to be better, and now they've been... I think the spec's been bad for so long they forget how to talk to other humans. So they get testy in there. When you guys find a liquid? On the 17th. When I'm flying. I don't know when the raiders are. Oh my god, last year, the funniest shit happened. You guys know the TSA line incident? So in the U.S., TSA lines were like 3.5 hours long, and they were on strike because the fucking government shut down and defunded TSA because we're. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But Nick fucking missed his flight last time. And just then went and raided from home. The Transportation Safety Administration. They're the people that, like, pat you down in the airport. And they say, hey, you look a bit sketchy. Come with me. Yeah, so Nick missed his flight. Dream Group question is, why can't I go to solar eclipse? That is the worst question of all time, I think. They happen to select the same people for random security checks every time. Look, it's just a quota that I have to hit. They do the Peter Griffin color palette meme. Yeah, like I mean, that's kind of that's our TSA. That's what they do. For lose or comeback, yeah. If LA Shaman looking like it's gonna be pretty good Mythic Plus this tier. I think Moonkin also looking pretty good in Mythic Plus this tier. But hypothetically, if LA Shaman ends up being the best again, I want to have this guy at least like where I'm picking up bonus rolls on him every single week. So he's making a comeback. How's Reptile looking? I don't know. I thought it was like okay. I don't think it's like very good though. You might have a spreadsheet for single target sims. Ugh. The bullshit with Elun's Chosen is the by far the best question. Is it EC or Keeper this season? I think it's EC in both Raid and Mythic Plus. Stop. Tell them to stop being sus, bro. They're just driving while not white. Then they get selected for a random screening. But yeah, they were on strike last race, and then Nick's airport. I think he lives near the Orlando area. That was one of the worst ones. It was like Atlanta, Orlando. There was like a couple of really bad ones. And then one of the ones that he went to had an insanely long TSA line. He missed his flight, and so then he raided from home. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Yeah, the point of the story was that the raiders normally show up a little bit earlier than the casters. All right, let's go see what kind of crest I get, or what kind of spark I get. Liquid Raiders show up to the airport early challenge? Look. You're asking too much from some people. Some people are... Oh no! I didn't get the necklace! For the abundance. Oh no. Wait, don't I have to collect like 10,000 abundance? No, I'm not doing that shit. That's like a lot of abundance, isn't it? I don't need that. You just gotta complete it? Oh, I'm turning around. Not if you're in a raid group. I love the abundance. I remember Growl and Squishy asked me a question about the abundance at the very beginning of this expansion, and I go, guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have not done a singular abundance. I literally stand there in AFK every single one of them. Anytime I have to interact with the abundance, I literally just stand there. I still really don't know what they're for. Even now, like, I really don't know what they're for. But I remember people getting really mad about them at the beginning of the expansion, but I don't... what the fuck is this content? Meow, 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 meow. Meow meow meow. Meow. Meow meow meow. Meow. Meow meow meow. Epic crafting tier tools? Oh. That's lame. I just remember people were very mad.
Goods passed down through
The glorious
generations
abundance.
of Amani. Come back soon.
It's nice that Blizzard releases the dates that they plan on doing class balance changes. It's interesting because, like, I feel like I knew, even without them releasing those dates, just that's the class tuning cadence that they've had since Nerebar. Dragonflight? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that's the class tuning cadence that they've had for a long time now. And so I wasn't really shocked to see that cadence at all. Like, I mean, I feel like that's been the unsaid cadence for a very long time. They just announced it this time. All right, back to the abundance. They thought I was out, but I'm back in. All right. Okay. What country is this? My first guess was Colombia, but I don't think that's right. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think it's European based on where it's pointing. North? No, is it North Montenegro? There you go. Arm's probably gonna get shot. Okay. Wait, I need to do the quest outside as well? Wait, this doesn't count? DK and B tier? What, you mean Frost is an A tier? What are you even talking about? It's literally not even true. Unholy. Yeah, I think Unholy is worse than Frost. God forbid I have an opinion. You know, alternate tiers. Yeah, it's a Frost. Exactly. No, I just think Frost is better. I mean, I don't think Unholy... I think Unholy's single target damage is quite bad. I think Unholy's single target is quite bad. And I think Frost's is better. That's pretty much it. That's literally all it comes down to. Down here, maybe? Oh, even further south. What jump a tier? So my ranking on S tier is... These are specializations that we expect to dominate the metagame, with most groups using these specs massively outnumbering those that don't. So... Even this tier... So, like, how I view S tier is, like... You have to be able to... you have to have one of these to be able to, like... play, right? Like, the game is, like, almost unplayable without them. It's like they're, like, in every single composition. Right now, this season, I wouldn't have anything in S tier again because I think that there is a genuinely like pretty competitive second best composition with Arms Warrior plus 2 melee DPS, right? The 2 melee DPS vary. A lot of people are playing like Feral Druid Outlaw Rogue, but I've even seen like, you know, Ret Paladins and Holy DKs. Stuff that plays around an Arms Warrior. So like even this season I wouldn't have had anything in S tier. Unholy is easier to play due to range. I mean, this is like a maximum potential tier list, right? I'm not ranking it based off of like ease of play or like what's the best in a 10.
Recommend me to Zudra.
All right, my necklace. Neck. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure Unholy is easier to play. Unholy like does a lot of single target, or it does a lot of AoE damage, and I think if it like, I think that these 4 specializations, if they receive any changes, like these are the best specializations in B by a lot. Like these specs all down here are not that good. These specs up here are quite good and are in B, but I think that they are worse. So like this A tier, these are like the comp filler spec, the comp filler tier, right? Where either 1 or 2 of these are going to be a part of the meta comp, and either 1 or both of these are going to be a part of the meta comp for this season. Shouldn't they be in a different tier if they're better by a lot? Okay, but I don't want to make another fucking tier, right? Like, it's kind of... Like, the thing is, like, I don't expect these to be part of the metagame. Is more... At current tuning, I don't expect these to be part of the broader metagame. Okay, Sub-Rogue, I don't know what the fuck's that spec. The spec is, like, weird. The spec got bug fixed. I don't really know what to do with Sub-Rogue. But, unrelated. Nothing matters in like 5 weeks. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see class tuning too, all right? I'm not sure who gets buffed based on raid data. We don't have raid data yet. It's kind of the thing. Yeah, the back add-on's part of Elsmer UI. Kelly Shaman pivot. I'm having him available in case. Also wanted to see something. A Spark of the Tides. Wow. Was this deserved? I think it was. Hard earned. You Thor loser.
My bow is at the ready. Fight well.
How many sparks are we able to get right now? 2, 1, but 2, but 3 actually.
Anaria Shalom. My goods are one of a kind. Glory to the Sindora. What needs bring you here? Baladash.
Yeah, no, this is the Ellie Shaman pivot for Mythic plus baby. Should be 1, but it's really 2, and sometimes it's 3. Yeah.
For the Alliance!
Yo, what up? I'm predicting Arms Warriors getting Giga nerfed next week. Yeah, maybe. Right. Like this tier list is a snapshot of data based on the last patch of PTR, based on exactly my experiences and data that I collected off of Warcraft logs. Right. So, it's subject to change, and also there's just a chance that I'm going to be wrong about some specializations. I would say infrequently am I wrong about, like, at that moment in time, like, if stuff is, like, really OP, like, it's pretty rare that, like, I'm, like, just grossly wrong. But sometimes I'm just, like, not right about something, which happens. I promise I put in a fuck ton of time on the PTR, though. Like, it's not just like I'm phoning it in. Tyrion Boomkin, look, sometimes you're just wrong. When you're wrong, you're wrong. You do more PTR keys than I do live keys. Yeah. Look, sometimes it happens. I mean, there's also this thing where Blizzard does, like, massive tuning passes after, like... after the season comes out and after the raid launches. And so... I mean, an example of this last season was fucking Bear Druid going into midnight was doing more damage than like half the DPS in the game or fucking something stupid. It was like something ridiculous, right? It was genuinely like more DPS than most of the DPS specs. But like everybody knows that that's not going to stay. So like how are you supposed to tier based on that, right? And it's like the same thing with Unholy DK. Unholy DK going into the patch was by far the best DPS. Then they nerfed it by 20%, and then people bitched, and then they reverted that 20% nerf, right? Like, so what are you supposed to, like, you know, tier listing is just like, people probably take it a bit too serious. I put in a lot of work. I don't like really phone it in. The nerf that would have been justified, yeah, I mean, actually that nerf is justifiable as well, which is crazy because they ended up nerfing Unholy DK by like 20% over the next couple of patches. But yeah, they got nerfed, then they got reverted, then they got nerfed, then they got nerfed. Then they got buffed, and then they got nerfed. Are you fucking kidding me? And Unholy DK still has bugs? Yeah, I mean, like, again. So a good example of this question is, I don't know what to do with Subtlety Rogue. I don't know where the fucking tier list went. I don't know what to do with Subtlety Rogue. So the last, like, day of the PTR, or, you know, the Friday, like last Friday, Blizzard hotfixed Subtlety Rogue. Right? But they hotfixed them to where the spec had negative performing bugs. They removed those, and now the spec has significant positive performing bugs, right? That increases their damage by a lot. Sub was slated to be not that good, right? Sub was I was gearing up to put them in C tier, and now there's some logs of Subtlety Rogue potentially being one of the best DPS in the game. I don't think it's Arms Arcane tier, but it's really fucking good. What are you supposed to do with it? Oh. I have no fucking idea what you're supposed to do with that spec. Like, I just left it in B tier, but if there's a spec that I'm going to be wrong about, it's going to be this one. Because it depends on, like, what they do with the spec. So let's chill.
What happened? I fucking hate Tails being happy. What a dickhead. Fuck you, Tails.
Yo, favorite sub. Oh my god, we're up to 7 subs now, Doug. I DC'd. Beldan's been watching for 15 consecutive streams. Yo, what's up, boss? And nah, fly hacking. Holy Paladin? Yeah, Holy Paladin's good. I did DC to that yesterday too. Season 1 is a demo lock. That's a good example, right? Like, demo lock was looking like it was going to be one of the best specs, if not the best spec in Mythic Plus. Then they nerfed it. Like a pretty justified nerf, and if it got left at that nerf, it would have been good, right? It probably would have been meta even. It would have been a meta specialization. But then they bug fixed some shit with them, and then it knocked them out of the meta. Like, it wasn't the nerf that actually knocked them out of the meta, it was the bug fix after the nerf. And if they only would have done one or the other, if they would have only done one or the other, it would have been, you know, the spec would have been really good. What bug? I don't even remember what it was with. I remember Kalamazoo was fucking mauling at the race, though. The first bug fixes? Oh, yeah! That's right. They got bug fixed and were doing insane damage, and then they got fucking shot. Yeah. You have to be staying in a circle to shoot. Oh, good comms. Thank you. Aha. I understand. I'm getting my sparks. It was a weird bug. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing with, like, tier listing specifically, is, like, I make the tier list on my thoughts on specializations and moments in time, and very rarely is it, like, you know, it's impossible to predict the future. I wish I was omnipotent, but I'm not. You aren't? No, I fucking wish I was, though. But yeah, no, I mean, like, that's the thing, is, like, I think it's very likely that of the meta composition this season is going to consist of these specializations. All three specs in the meta composition are going to consist of these specializations. But the problem is that these 4 specs are also quite good, and if they receive changes, meaningful enough changes, and the shit at the top receives nerfs, there's always a chance, right? There was a Moonkin season where Moonkin was like good in Mythic Plus, like one of these specializations, but was literally the fucking worst spec in the game and raid by a lot, and got a Giga buff. It was like War Within Season 2, and it got like Giga buffed, and then they were like, then they went from like, oh yeah, this will be a good Mythic Plus spec to, oh, this is the best Mythic Plus spec on the season. This shit's like stupid. And it's gonna be a Moonkin season? I don't know. Moonkin was really broken for a little while in the PTR, and then they took a couple of consecutive nerfs. I think like probably like 10%, maybe a little bit more cumulative, somewhere between 10 and 15% cumulative nerfs. And so like I think it's certainly possible that Moonkin will be meta. We haven't had a season since Mark the Wild got added back in where Moonkin is not, or where a Druid, where a Druid has not been meta. But always a chance. Yo, what up? My 911. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, if the specs are tuned close enough together, a couple things matter. First and foremost, whenever they do raid tuning and they hit specs with plus or minus 5%, that's actually pretty relevant for Mythic Plus specializations. And raid buffs. Raid buffs are more impactful whenever class tuning is closer together for determining meta compositions for Mythic Plus. Devourer? I have no idea what the fuck is up with Devourer. Some bullshit with like a haste buff, right? What was the question? How do you feel about the balancing approach of never nerfing, just buffing the underperforming specializations? I think it really just depends on the situation, right? So, like, if 80% of the specializations are within a certain band, and then there's one specialization that's, 15% above that, and there's 4 specializations that are 15% below that, you should buff those 4 specializations, and you should nerf that top specialization instead of buffing literally everything, right? I think it really just depends on the situation specifically. Now saying there's never been a season without Mark the Wild, I'm thinking 3%. Isn't spec balance really good? Yeah, I mean, that's true. That is true. Like, if 3% versatility is enough to make a class meta for every single season, what's the bad one? I have no fucking... Which one's the bad one? Is Predation the bad one? I think this one's good. But yeah, most of the time it's like it's 1 or 2 classes that are like insane outliers on the high end, and so then like the only way that you would like, are you gonna fucking really buff 24 DPS specializations? Probably not. But yeah, no, I mean, if 3% versatility is good enough to make a class broad every single season, then class balance is not bad. To another degree, like, look at Battle Shout, look at Warrior. There is a completely secondary comp that wasn't meta, but it was certainly a very viable tier 2 composition for this season, which I don't know the last time we've seen something like that, where you have two independent compositions that play very differently than one another, but then they're achieving similar level keys. Do you think it'd be better for the game if you use scroll buffs? I don't know. I think raid buffs fucking suck. I'm pretty anti-raid buff just in general. I mean, this team put up with 25 Mysaurus Caverns, right? So, like, they have the 11th ranked Mysaurus Caverns in the world. I mean, like, this is completely viable, right? I'm not a big raid buff enjoyer, just in general. Percent crit. Oh yeah, kill behemoths. Embellishments are bad. I'm so confused. I thought Unholy DK was the best, but suddenly everyone's ranking Frost. Every time I played with a Frost DK on the PTR, I thought it was better than Unholy. I think Frost has like very severe downside. Like Unholy is really good at AoE, right? If you only looked at trash damage, Unholy is very, very, very powerful. I'm dead. My guy is fucking a pumpkin. Oh my god, I'm 196 out of the Here, I'll post some logs. Let's post some logs of the PTR. I'll show you. Classes, Death Knight. We'll do damage. So, yeah. What was the last tuning pass? August 1st? So, look, so see, some people are still even playing Frost even at the highest levels. So, look at this. In a 19, there was a Frost DK and an Unholy DK. They did roughly, you know. The Frost DK is doing slightly more damage than the Unholy DK, but not like the most crazy thing ever. But then, so if you look at trash, this Unholy DK is doing 354, but then you look at fucking bosses, right? So, like, he's, like, doing good damage in terms of trash, but then you click on bosses, and he's the lowest. Right? Whereas, I mean, you know, bosses are about 40% of your income. Why the fuck does this guy do no damage on bosses anyways? But, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, bosses are, like, 40% of your combat time in Mythic Plus anyways. So, having a specialization that just does no single target damage is, like, not really a viable thing. I don't know why that fucking Frost DK in that log was doing no boss damage, but like Frost DK in theory should be doing good boss damage. Looking at logs on PTR is always like pretty sus. But PTR logs are just like pretty sus in general because the skill ceiling of World of Warcraft is like really, really high, and people are playing specializations they don't really know how to play on the PTR a lot of times too. So you'll see some people that are just doing bad shit all the time. A lot more patty? Gotcha, okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I think Frost is just slightly better than Unholy. I actually don't think Unholy is bad. And I think Unholy's single target is really fucking bad. I know that they play a different build in Raid than they do in Mythic Plus, but like hypothetically, if Unholy received a Raid buff, like, you know, a 6% single target buff or something, there's a chance that it's just better than Frost then. Like it doesn't need like it's something insane to become better than Frost. It just needs like help on single target damage. Let me put the Behemoths. My off-spec Lorette, not that great, boss. Yeah. Like, really, at the end of the day, the most important thing is, like, does your spec do the most damage in the game? Like, everything falls into place quite easily if the answer to that question is yes. Like, if your spec does the most damage in the game, it's like, all right, no more question. This is who we're playing with, right? And then you start building a composition that is the highest possible damage, or actually not even necessarily the highest possible damage, but it's like highest possible damage is the easiest way of describing this. The fastest possible composition is what it really means. You build a composition that's the fastest possible composition with that also involves what is the best spec in the game. I wasted my champion crests? No, that shit can be used. You don't need it. You don't need to save your champion crests. Leave me alone, bro. I just want the... Root. I'm just trying to kill the Behemoths. You think Bimiel gets Spiral Instincts to defensive? Probably not. Bank a second bark charge? Oh my god. Yeah, I think we're due for a second bark skin charge. Mount. Has it been announced what team you're casting for? Yeah, I'm casting for Liquid. Yeah. Got announced 2 days ago, maybe? I think so. Second charge of bear form, stop. So Echo have lost then. Look, all I'm saying is I'm 9-1. Did Echo ever ask you? Not for this tier. They have in the past. They asked me... I casted for them in Amirdrasil and Vault of the Incarnates. They asked me in Avarice. Oh, I said Amirdrasil. They asked... I casted for them in Sepulchre and Vault of the Incarnates. They asked me in Avarice and Amirdrasil, and I said no. And then I started casting for Liquid again. Stratos casting? Yeah. It's because you don't want to go to Europe. No. It was like, it was just financial. Without getting into it too much, it was just like we couldn't agree on a rate that like made both of our sides comfortable. So like I felt like I needed to decline it. Like I felt like I needed to decline it. It was definitely not the best thing for me in like the short term, right? Like it was like I was like and maybe it was the wrong decision, but hard to really say. I don't know. I felt like I was like You know your worth. I mean, it's just yeah, it's just tough. It's tough because I don't think they were like, you know, again, there's no animosity. Like I just think they were paying me what they think that, or they were, I don't say they were paying me what they think I'm worth. They were paying me what they could. I think Echo operates, Echo's not just like made of money, right? Like ultimately it's just Roger Brown and Scripe running a business. And so they're paying me what they can. And like for me, it was a number that I wasn't like super stoked about. And so I was like, I don't know if I can take this. Is Doug gonna hang out when you're gone? He's gonna stay here. My brother's gonna come over and watch him occasionally. Passion budget. I mean, it wasn't nothing, right? Like, I'm gonna be honest. It was fine. It was just like, again, it was just a number that I thought I couldn't take. Because like for me, I thought, how I think about it is like, okay, well, if I'm going to continue to cast for them over every single tier, and this is the rate that I'm getting, like that wouldn't have been a rate that I was like super comfortable with. Has Ellie changed drastically? Yes, the spec is way different. They don't have Ice Fury anymore, and Deeply Rooted Elements got deleted. Gotta go to the E lane. That stuff to me doesn't... I don't mind any of that. I'm sure it matters for some. To me, that was like the reversing my sleep schedule stuff and the traveling to Europe and all that shit was like kind of moot. Like, and again, the people actually love... I love Roger Brown and Scribe. I think both of those guys are fantastic guys. So like, again, it really is just like a number that I felt like I couldn't take. What's this demon hunter? Leave me alone, man. I am trying to quest. Buddy, stop. This is this guy's fucking Super Bowl. I am going to thunderstorm you away. I am not going to thunderstorm you away. I'm going to get myself killed. No. They weren't paying me exposure. Like, again, that's fine. It was just like there was nothing wrong with it, like the way anything with that guy. Like there's no animosity. Going to Europe sounds cool. Yeah, but it's not a vacation. I'm not there vacationing, right? It's like it's a fucking work trip. Have you ever done a work trip to like LA and people are like, "Oh my god, you got a vacation," and you're like, "I was fucking working." Like what? Like the same thing. He's like, "Oh my god, a work trip to Europe." I'm like, dude, I saw the inside of the Arcadia Gamer Lounge in Hamburg, Germany, or the Erupt Lounge in Bern, Switzerland. The fuck you mean vacation? I was working, and when I wasn't working, I was sleeping. Kind of work? Well, during the race world first, you kind of just have to be available 24/7. That's kind of the God, the fucking the Switzerland one, the one in Vault of the Incarnates was insane because there was Alex and OK Mage got sick with COVID, and Rich Campbell got ousted. And so then we were left with 4 fucking casters. And I was doing like... I think I was casting like 10-hour days. I remember I was awake for like 18, 19, 18 hours, like 3 days in a row. Not sleeping that much. I was like... Yeah, that one was tough. That one was by far the hardest. The rest of them have been pretty easy. Like in terms of they're pretty light in terms of schedule. I was sitting there thinking about oh my god, I haven't thought about that in a hot minute. That was tough. Was the food better for Echo or Liquid? The food that we had in that Sepulcher for Echo was not that good. The food that we had in Burn for Vault was really good for Echo. Liquid, I think there was one tier that was like not that great. I think Undermine was like not that great for Liquid, but then the rest of the tiers have been very good. Blast tier for Liquid was excellent food. That was my favorite so far. Try to sleep more? Yeah, I don't really sleep very much during the race. I get stressed. I mean, catering is catering, right? It's hard to make food at scale, right? It's hard to make good food at scale. I think it's like kind of an important thing to know. What's your favorite racer roll for memory? I think Jailer Phase 4 was like pretty fucking sick. Like, also casting Halandris was actually those are some of my favorite memories of the race. It's just like casting Halandris in like Jailer Phase 4. I'm not. I think I'm too close to the Lura shit, but casting both Phase 4 of Lura and the kill, that'll probably go down pretty big for me. But the further I get away, like the more separated I am from it, the more I'll probably look back on it and be like, oh my god, that was a fucking peak. It's like that was like, I remember the Lura Phase 4 I was shocked. That was crazy. That's like the peak of like everything for me World of Warcraft related. Where I'm just like, oh my fucking god, there's a Phase 4. Oh my fucking god, I'm casting this Phase 4. What the fuck? That was crazy. Oh yeah. Rogue didn't have an AoE stop and then they added it back. That's a good comm. I forgot. That is a good fucking comm. No AoE stop options. Wasn't that stupid? Blind. They removed AoE blind, and then they fucking added it back. They literally removed it for like half a patch, and then they're like, that was dumb. And then they added it back. No, that shit was gone for a while. Like, I don't want to say a while. That shit was gone for like 6 weeks. It was literally 2 weeks. Yeah. What the fuck is that? Why did they remove it? Like, what? That class didn't have a good stop anyways. Did you remove it? Like, what? That's a good shout. I forgot about that. I remember, like, I don't remember what I was looking at. I think I was looking at something whenever we were doing the bench one week. I was looking at Rogue. I was like, dude, for some reason they fucking removed Rogue's AoE stop. I don't really understand how the hell that's even possible. And then it's just like they had the AoE blind on the talent tree again, and I was like, what? I was like, I swear I thought they removed it. Maybe I'm cooked. And then a friend of mine like DM'd me a few days later. They're like, yeah, they did remove it, and then they added it back. I was like, yeah, of course. Does that make sense? This all makes sense. Yeah, they got zero idea what they're doing in their class. Yeah, no, for sure. They really have a clear goal in mind with the rogues. Yeah. Yeah, they got zero idea what they're doing with that class. What's the highest delve I should be doing for the vault this week? You probably want to do 10 to where you can unlock the question mark and question mark for next week. So in theory, the question mark difficulty delve is supposed to be dropping hero track crests this week, but it doesn't. So some people are saying that you want to maybe hold off doing both the Nemesis delves until next week. It may not just they may just not drop hero track crests. Who's hard to really know. The highest delve that you should go for vaults? I don't know. I'm not sure, actually. Wait. I just did up until 8. Maybe I need to do higher, but I didn't even think about the vault. But yeah, no, I think that like whenever I'm normally asked like what is your favorite memory of the race, it normally ends up being like that Sepulchre race was fucking insanely pivotal for both me as a content creator, but also me as like a caster, I feel like. And then but I do think that I wouldn't be shocked if March of Caldenas also reaches a similar point, like the further separated I am from it. I think I'm probably too close to it, right? First surges happen every 45 minutes. I think you're going to want to do both levels of the delve, though, right? Because don't both of them drop you hero track crests? No. This tier I cast for Liquid. Last Sepulchre cast for Echo. I use Ellesmere UI. The nuttiest DPS? What do you mean nuttiest? Like, most clinically insane? You do tier question mark boss now anyways? Yes, but that's what I was saying, is like, they don't drop hero track crests right now, and so some people are wondering if that's a bug. Or, like, they don't really know what's going on with that, so some people are saying, like, just wait, hold off until next week. But, yeah. Hard to know. I don't know if anybody's the most clinically insane DPS player. I think everybody's like a bit autistic, myself included, though. Because you gotta be a little bit autistic to play World of Warcraft for 10 years. Yeah, a bit. Look, everybody's a bit. It's a spectrum, okay? Hey, buddy. Hey, bud. Yeah? 10 years, rookie numbers? Yeah, exactly. Or typical people are making above like world 50th. Look. You gotta have the ability to be able to hyperfixate on something for a very, very long time. What point does the meta really start to matter? Okay, so there's two things, right? So there's the question of... So the answer is a little bit weird. The meta matters in the sense that player perception matters more than the actual meta. Like, I think in terms of like tuning numbers on specializations, the meta is a lot more fluid than people give it credit for. Like, realistically, you can play pretty much every single specialization at those top 0.1% level. You can pretty easily play every single specialization in Raid at top 10 world level. But then there's kind of the secondary issue where then you start talking about perception. Are you gonna get slotted in on a raid boss in a top 10 world guild if you're playing that? Probably not. Are you gonna be invited to groups if you're playing that specialization for 0.1% key? Probably not, right? There's an insane skill ceiling in World of Warcraft specifically. So like, but yeah, so as I was saying, there's an insane skill ceiling in World of Warcraft just as a default. And so with there being like a really high skill ceiling, that allows like players who have higher skill to be able to overtake players that are playing something that's meta. But then does that matter if, how much does that matter, right? Because then there's the question of like, does that matter if you're not getting an invite to a group? So like,
I can aid you.
yeah. So like, I think that you're gonna start getting locked by people looking for fucking FODM specializations by somewhere between the 1% and the 0.1% for Mythic Plus. People are just going to stop taking stuff that they deem to be off meta because they don't know you. I mean, that's kind of the ultimate issue, is that they don't know you and they just see you in an LFG menu. If you're playing in a 5-stack, the meta rarely matters, to the point where we saw this guy, Monksy, timing 25s. He timed to 25 Mysara Caverns, right? World 33rd tank. And if he got an owl, he would have been, I don't even know, what, 12 points higher? They didn't even have Resilient 24. That's fucking insane, by the way. God damn, Raynon's actually cooked too. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. Somewhere around like third, world rank 20th. It's not like Monk was bad. Yeah, but there's a Brewmaster Monk every single season, but people never play with them, right? This isn't like a new season thing. Monk is never bad, right? Like very, very few specializations are just downright terrible. And it does happen. But like, people don't try. Yeah, the hardest thing about playing off meta is getting 4 people to play with you. Yeah, like, people don't really try to play with off meta specializations or play as an off meta specialization because Blizzard has made it so effortless to reroll, and because it's so effortless to reroll, then you're expected to reroll. Except if you're a tank? No, I mean, well, yeah, I mean, even I think even tanks are expected to reroll nowadays. Well, no, I'm not saying that like it should be one way or the other, but I'm just saying like, whenever it's so easy, there's no friction in re-rolling, you're expected to re-roll. Where's Doug? You're not going to believe this. He's right here. Look at him. You're not going to believe this. A big boy. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that, especially with timing 0.1% keys, you can easily get, if you took 5 off meta specializations, you could get the 0.1% title even. It's gonna be hard. Is it gonna be harder? Yeah. You're probably gonna have to cook up your own fucking strats, which is really annoying too. But if you have 4 other people to play with you, you could even get the 0.1% with 5 off meta specializations. Get a Casu mission, aim titles. Oh my god, that'd be fucking lit. Do you have played in your profile available anywhere? No. I use Ellesmere UI for my nameplates nowadays. Is your guild chat Twitch chat? That's just a stream asset. You don't need meta to play at a high level. Yeah, they play the same terrible comp every single season. Nox is playing fucking Fury Warrior every goddamn season. That shit is ass. Learning other strats is so unworth. Yeah, I mean, learning other strats is annoying. You need some synergy with your group? I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, you're gonna need to practice, right? I think that the thing that's like dismissed is like players. So look at it like this: the 0.1% title was below Resilient 23, and the rank 1 group in the world was like this. Half 25, a bit over half 25s. So they were 1.8 key levels ahead. That's nearly 20% damage difference, right? That's like 20% damage that's needed. So even amongst the top 0.1% players, there's like a 20% damage swing. So then there's the question of, do you think off-meta specializations do 20% less damage? And the answer to me is no. I don't think, you know, there's some specs that are bad. But specs are very rarely 20% damage less bad. The thing that's hard is, like, being really good. Being really good is a very difficult ask. And it's easier to re-roll than it is to... It's easier to re-roll and learn a new specialization than it is to increase your skill level. Not any background music? Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the game just pugging to 1% in some heroic early mythic? Would I? Probably not. I'm really fucking sweaty. I can't play video games like casually. I don't know if everybody experiences this, but like my ability to play games non-competitively is horrible. Like even TFT, I'm sitting there like I don't just play TFT casually. I'll grind 300 fucking games on one patch for some reason in TFT. Like I don't just like sit there and play like for fun. My fun is like in the competition.
It is an honor to battle beside you.
I would have to like retool my mind.
It is an honor to battle beside you. The bite of the next lord.
What if it's a single player game? I don't play single player games. I don't like single player games. Historically, I've only liked games for the competition. I don't fucking know what the last single player game I played was. I can't do enough damage to kill these mobs. I lost to the mobs. I'm lost. Surely I don't die. I'm dead. Expedition 33. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some like single player games I would have enjoyed. Like if I gave them like an honest try. Looked by the snakes. Yeah, dude, the snakes are powerful. What the fuck? Yeah, I find it really hard to like want to play games not competitively. Single player as a leaderboard. The last like single player game I played was like Pokemon Emerald, bro. Like I think genuinely that might have been the last single player game I played. Oh, I still have fucking war mode on. take. Forcing restrictions on yourself? Yeah, of course. I'm not really good at relaxing when playing video games. I just get like way too hyper fixated on them. And then it's you know. Nice cock mount, thank you. Yep, cock.
Talk to me.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dratnos, and welcome to another tier list video.
My blood.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dratnos, and welcome to another tier list
I'm
video.
taking a flight path. I'm done dragon riding. See Odyssey? No. Go again. You ought to see these nuts. Insane. Insane. Yeah. My meeting starts in 30 minutes. You're biting me. Put your teeth away. You were biting me. Ah! When are you flying out? Monday. Doing a flight path only challenge. I'm just having a good time, okay? Look. Yeah, I'm casting the race. Erp. Isn't it housing port? Well, I don't have a house. I'm renting. It's different. I'm not wealthy like all of you people in my chat. I come from humble means. And so I don't have a house. Housing is scarce. Astral antenna? Yeah, I don't know why I saw this second. Zero houses and maidenless. Look, I'm not maidenless anymore, bro. Sometimes you can proc. Yo, what's up, Danny? Who's rating the race world second? I don't know. That's a good question. I think it's between Liquid and Echo. How many tier deals do we need to do? I don't know. Fucking. I was saying that you might need to do 8 for your vault. That's real lore, though. I have a race world first question. How many times do you think Echo can lose? Eventually, they just banned. I have no fucking idea. I'm not really sure what the inner workings of like their mental is. I get they were getting like stomped. I think they were getting stomped. It would maybe be different, but yeah, like Stasis said, I mean, it's not. While they're losing, I mean, you just look at how they lost, right? I feel like that almost makes you want it more. Because you wipe twice at 0.3% on Dimensius. You wipe once at 0.4% on Lura. I think it's too competitive for them to be like throw in the towel. Yeah, they're losing in Game 7 overtime. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. 5 straight answer X. Yeah, I mean, I think it's... There's also kind of like a secondary, like, tangential thing where part of the question is also, like, what's their revenue looking like? Obviously, it's hard to know. Like, from the business side, like, what their revenue's looking like. If they're just making good money, right? What would be the need to throw in the towel? Even if they're losing, like, if they're making, you know, good money, like... It's fun. Everybody's competitive, right? Hey, boss. You think King's Rest Dungeon quest is an oversight? I don't even know what the King's Rest Dungeon quest is. Sponsors probably love close races, so many eyes. I think sponsors would probably prefer if like one guild died, frankly. Because if you think about it like this. If like either Echo or Liquid died, it would consolidate all of their viewers into it would consolidate all of their viewers into the other team. And of course there's like some cross section of both the viewers. So, like, the best thing for World of Warcraft is that the race is close. The best thing for the race, like, being competitive, is that the race is close. The best thing for an individual organization is the other organization probably not existing and taking their viewers. Nobody would watch if it isn't tight. Okay, so, like... Hypothetically, we're just throwing out a hypothetical here. There is, you know, 40,000 concurrent viewers that are watching Echo, 40,000 concurrent viewers that are watching Liquid. There's probably 10,000 viewers of overlap. Do you think that it's likely that then... So say, hypothetically, Echo dies. Do you think that the 30,000 people that were watching Echo just aren't going to watch anybody? No, they're probably going to watch the Liquid stream, right? Even though it's less competitive, even though it's less enjoyable, maybe some of those people turn off the race. And maybe some of the Liquid people also turn off the race. But... I think Liquid viewership would go down. I do not believe so. I don't believe that to be true. They actually don't watch because there's no race. It's only one team. I mean, I think that's... Isn't that proven to not be true? I mean, Method literally was doing, like, fucking single-player race. For a couple of races. Yeah. The competition's what makes it fun. I mean, people who are watching my stream are probably admittedly the most hardcore Race World First viewer anyways, right? You would have less total viewership if Liquid's just stomping. But I don't think you'd have, like... I can't imagine that their individual stream would go down. I can only imagine their individual stream would pick up the slack. We never really seen it before. Method was the first to stream high in rating. Sure. And I mean, so you're absolutely right. I'm sure businesses hate when there's a monopoly. I mean, if sponsored, the only thing that they care about is eyes on the prize, right? They only care about eyes on the product. Like, I don't give a fuck about a competition. I feel like people who believe that it's like Liquid, that's like some fucking competitive WoW Reddit take about like Liquid's gonna be like dominant and win again. Like it's not gonna be close. But I think that people, similar to what Bud said, is like I think that people are gonna watch it for like high level WoW, even if the race isn't there. There's a lot of people that watch it that don't even watch both competing teams. The first Method streams were close, though. Uldir. I mean, Bod was not particularly close. Liquid wasn't... Yeah. I feel like the scene would slowly die. I mean, is the scene already not slowly dying? I guess is a question that I have. Yeah, I've been dying for a while. That's kind of how I feel about it too, right? even know what I'm putting on. Put on all the gear.
Sinu Amanore.
Oh, I just put that shit back in my bank.
Anu Bala Belore Alon.
BlizzCon will revive us. Yeah, we're coming
Make use of
back.
our coffers.
Classic Plus. What is this shit? Is breaking my armor mastery? Ah, it can't be good, right?
Adiel Shala.
Sill's house in game? No, I haven't. What the fuck? What's he got in it? It does feel like WoW's been stagnant for a few expansions. Yeah, I mean, WoW's been stagnant, I think, since Dragonflight. Badlands is a really big low point. Dragonflight really revived the game, and then it's kind of been, like, slowly trending downward since Dragonflight. Kind of like... They're keeping the status quo, which is okay, but it's not, like, exciting, right? Looking Raiders. What? I'm not looking at. This guy is a big dweeb. What is this guy doing? Why? How is this his house? A cup of milk. Oh, he's an idiot. What is this? The Resilient Files. Characters above the 0.1% title cutoff identified as likely buyers based on their seasonal Mythic Plus history. No characters were handpicked. All checks and conditions were automated. Boosters. Here, let me move myself. Link? Yeah, sure. Players and their identified alts who are among the most active boosters in the region, primarily selling keys in the 0.1% title range. As always, if you have suggestions, questions, or complaints, you can contact me at isitresilient@gmail.com. Got an email. What's this shit at the top? I can't read this. Oh, it's because it's got this fucking thing on it. It's got this tab on it. Whatever, don't matter. Probably like you're on this list if you A, bought keys, or B, happen to be good friends with a pre-made or multiple pre-mades of boosters. Smile emoji. Characters whose Raider.io profiles were private or anonymized when the spreadsheet was generated or shown in italics. Damn, they're out here getting your ass even if you're a privated account? What the fuck? Damn, they're out to fucking get you guys. How many? 18? What? 18 to 159? That seems like so fucking many. That feels like it's too many. Got a link to that again? Yeah, you're a link it again. Character's private.
What happens?
Yeah, thank you for the
Fucking
sub.
hate Tails being happy. What a dickhead. Fuck you, Tails.
I mean, this feels like too many people, right? Was it supposed to be? These are people that got boosted in the 0.1% range this season, allegedly. Love my girlfriend, Area 52. Isn't this a PvPer? He's a tank. With 2 runs? He's playing with ISO and... Who's YouTube? I feel like this guy... Yeah, I don't know. Feels like a lot more people than maybe it should be. Natsumi of Illidan? Isn't this... What am I looking at? It's a little bit overzealous? I think it's a lot bit overzealous. Isn't that streamer? Mystifies is in here. I'm pretty sure she pugged most of her keys. Yeah, like, I don't know a bunch of these people is the problem. I think that this is very overzealous. Yeah, I would not be shocked if there's a lot of... In DMG, like, I'm out. Like, I'm out, right? Why? There's runs that are uploaded to YouTube on this. Like, what? There was a run from 4 weeks ago that was... What? This kid... Healer can't get boosted. I mean, I think healers can get boosted. I'm out on that, but like... What? You're gonna have a hard time explaining to me that somebody from fucking DMG is like buying carries like that. You're not. I don't think I can be convinced. Like somebody from DMG is buying fucking carries. A single time 23 and calling it. What exactly is the run? What are the runs that have her on here? It's a run with Noxiv? Are you fucking kidding? Noxiv... This looks like stream content. This literally looks like stream content for Noxiv. Like, are you... What is this fucking... Like, whatever. Yeah, anyway. That run literally looks like stream content for Noxiv. Some people play to have go-to teammates because LFG's a pain. Well, that person's like in DMG, so they can like actually DM Frosty or somebody, right, to help them. I mean, I know some of these people are pretty big sales people. This guy's big into sales. Yeah, I know this guy's big into sales. This guy's big into sales. These people are on the same team. This guy's big into sales. This guy's big into sales. Here it is. There's a lot of people. Frosty is. Nerf. Junkrat. There's a lot of people I don't even know in here. This guy is. This guy is. Former, sure. Danny. Tien. I mean Tien. Kade? Did Kade even do sales this tier? Then Link. I didn't know Cuddy did sales. Folded or advertisers? Yeezus is up here. I mean, obviously. Oh, this is Riley. Yeah. I mean, most of the people who are highlighted, like, okay, yeah, those are the people that I know do sales. A lot of the people that like there's a lot of people on this list that I'm like, who the fuck are these people? They use on here. Like, who is La Cook? He's in Yep. Okay. Alright, sure. Who the fuck is La Cook? I mean, Dash. Yeah, I mean, Pepe Monkey. Dash is good. Pepe Monkey is, like, good. This feels a bit... You're telling me that somebody who's 4221 is doing sales for title level keys for other people? Like... That's a tough one. That's a tough one to really convince. But, I mean, maybe... What is this shit? You can't boost at 23, still have to play his rotation perfectly, interrupt and coordinate. So what if you play with top players, claiming someone got boosted to be set for 90% of runs? What about Mercs who helped Liquid? They were on Liquid's payroll as a concern. Oh, this is good shit. Huh. I think this is incredibly overzealous. I think there's a lot of people who are false positives in this. Like, a lot. One? This guy's got one run with somebody who's allegedly doing a fucking sale? Who is even the buyer in this? Zen Stonewall. It's up, bro. See, this guy is streaming. He did one fucking key with him. It's on a sale. Quick boost is the title? Okay, maybe it is a quick boost. Never mind. So I was like, are you fucking... This is streamed? Alright, never mind. Look at this. Never mind. Caught. Caught. You know what? Magnifying glass. Are you kidding me? This guy's got a fucking... Alright, you know what? He deserves to be there. Shameless. Dash. Who was the person who bought the run? The PK? He was kind of blasting the respect. Well, yeah, if he only bought one fucking key because he needed... he won out? Dude, he's so far Above title cutoff. What the fuck do you want Alec for? I can't even figure out why he wanted it. What do you want Brazil 23 for? Yeah, he just wanted it. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, he should be paid. He topped overall. He literally topped overall. Now, what he's paying for is actually the resilient, but like, he should get some. He should get a rebate. I think he probably wanted the 23 so he could give it to his friends, if I had to guess. But like, maybe not. Hard to really say. Seems like such a weird. Whatever, don't really matter. Doesn't matter. There's confirmed buyers. I mean, like I said, I don't think that there's people that aren't buying. I don't think it's only people that aren't buyers. I mean, that guy is literally a fucking buyer. We just saw him trade gold, right? Yeah, I think there's a lot that are probably false flags. Addy Voker. Puddles, Bear, Stomply, Inohito, and Imoora. I mean, what's the... Yeah, I don't know. Bio has all the 0.1% titles. I think it's because they played with Kade. I actually think it's because they played with Kade. And they used Kade's 23 Resilient. And so they got flagged as a buyer. Or, I guess, Holo, Imo, Stomply, and Kade all have 23 Resil, right? Evade is on the list? That'd been funny shit, actually. All right, I have to attend a BlizzCon meeting. There's a talent brief for BlizzCon here in 5 minutes. Who are we rating today? Who's streaming? Who's streaming? World of Warcraft. Let's see. What is fucking... What? Bro, what? What am I even looking at? Oh my god, Muscle Bra? That guy still makes content? What the fuck? This is that guy that posts insane shit on Twitter that I blocked recently. God. That dude is crazy. That guy posts insane shit. That guy needs to pick a fucking struggle. What does he post? I can't. He's posting something. Too much classic. Growl streaming? Oh. Yeah, fuck it, I'm really Growl. What did I just type? Fucking posted the link. All right. GG. I'll be back tomorrow.